Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for crypto news and interviews. Guys, today was a big day for the market. Bitcoin saw a huge sell-off, but it is in line with what I've been sharing with you guys of the corrective path on the weekly chart that we need to build support levels before we move to new all-time highs. So I want to talk about the short term and as well as the long term, which obviously the macro level we are on track. We're also going to talk about Coinbase completely capitulating to the SEC, which is unfortunate. They're going to halt their lending program due to the threat from the SEC of a lawsuit. Gary Gensler, SEC chair, he's going to be talking with the Washington Post tomorrow about cryptocurrency. Let's see what he has to say. I think he's going on the PR offensive here. And it's because he's getting bashed from all sides. So we have Charles Gasparino, who had multiple segments on Fox Business today talking about the SEC Ripple XRP, the hypocrisy, the conflicts of interest, and Ethereum. So lots to cover there. We're also going to talk about VanEck and what they did in Germany with new crypto tokens, and also NYDIG. There's some big updates there. Now, before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on podcast sites, please give me 5 stars. Once again, it supports the channel and I appreciate it. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite cryptocurrency and you don't have to pay high fees. OKCoin has low fees, and you can also stake your crypto and keep 100% of the rewards. You don't have to pay any fees. So OKCoin doesn't charge anything. And you can also buy Miami Coin. It's the only crypto exchange in the world that you can buy Miami Coin and stake it. So I'm currently doing that, earning about 430% APY. Guys, tomorrow, my interview with Sheila Warren will be live. Sheila is, of course, the head of blockchain and crypto and digital assets at the World Economic Forum. So you don't want to miss this interview. We talk about what's happening globally with world leaders, different countries, and obviously regulations in the United States. Okay, let's take a look at the price chart here. Bitcoin currently at 40,468. We're seeing red across the board. But if you've been here before and you've gone through the market cycles, this is not time to panic or whatever it is, because it's not about our emotions. We have to look at the data and the trends. What is actually playing out here? Now, obviously, we had some news about Evergrande, or whatever the hell it's called, in China, which could have added some selling pressure, but it doesn't matter. Bitcoin was already in that corrective path downward. So here, what I was showing you guys on my, look, my layman's terms or amateur technical analysis, right? What I was showing you guys was that pullback was needed. So we're going to build support levels from here and then work our way up. Now, is that going to happen tomorrow? No, we're going to have a couple of weeks of this playing out, like we have seen before, with corrections and then a bounce upwards. So just heads up on what is taking place here. Not to panic. If you're a hodler, you got to zoom out, right? When in doubt, zoom out. Here's a chart from Chart to BTC on Twitter showing the macro level view. You can see we haven't hit that blow off top yet, like we have in previous bull markets, such as 2013, 2017, right? Even look, 2011. So we haven't hit that yet. We're still on our way there. So be patient. We are going to double peak like we did in 2013. And you notice when we peaked in the first peak in 2013, there was a lot of sideways movement before we went to that second peak, right? You can see it here. And likewise, you see that same formation here. So once again, patience is the key. 360 Trader said the following: September continues to be, September continues to go on a record as a poop month. 2017 before the 3-month mega pump Bitcoin. So showing, obviously, September historically has been bad. Market usually is down. And, sometimes history doesn't often repeat, but it does rhyme. So I think we're seeing that now. And then, I remember being here in 2017 and the market going down. There was actually some FUD out of China. So oddly enough, there was news out of China at that point, if I remember correctly. The price tanked. I bought the dip. And I'm glad I did, because I made money off of that. And then we saw a huge rally in Q4. And like I've been saying, I think we're going to see some upward price movement in Q4. Will we hit the peak, the blow off top in December like we did in 2017? That I'm not sure about, honestly, because I think the market cycles are lengthening a bit, and it could spill over into January, but it could top out in December. So just be prepared for all scenarios and have a plan. That's why I always stress to you guys, have a plan, write it out, put it in a spreadsheet, check out my cash out video in the description of the video, so you know what price points you're taking profits at, or what you're doing, right? You don't want to be caught flat-footed. You want to have a plan and know what your steps are going to be. Check this out. President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador tweeted this morning when the price went down. He said, "We just bought the dip, 150 new coins. El Salvador now holds 700 coins." So him, along with the other whales, are buying the dip. I bought the dip. And this is not financial or investment advice, of course. You want to make sure that you're putting, if you are going to buy the dip or whatever, you do your research and you don't put money that you can't afford to lose, that you're comfortable. Okay, the price, let's say, for example, there is a scenario where the price keeps going down. We never know, right? There's no certainties with these things. So what if the price kept going down? Would you be okay 6 months from now waiting another 6 months or a year or whatever it is until the price goes back up? I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's likely to happen, but these are how I think, and how you should think, because you got to be prepared for all possible scenarios, and you assign percentages. Like, is the likelihood of the market keep going down and Bitcoin goes to 10,000 or something? No, maybe, but if I were to assign a percentage to it, maybe there's a 15% chance, but there is a 85% chance that we keep going up. That's how I process that information. And because there's, once again, no 100% certainty, it goes either way, right? So just keep that in mind. All right, tomorrow, Gary Gensler tweeted the following: "Tomorrow at 12 p.m., I will be live with the Washington Post to talk about cryptocurrency." Well, it better be something good, Gary, and not some BS draconian overreach garbage that we've been seeing over and over. He said, "Live stream here." Here's the title of it: "The Path Forward Cryptocurrency." Yeah, you're not getting more power, Gary. That's not what's going to happen, because people are going to fight this. We see even other agencies like the CFTC called him out when he was asking for more power. And guys, unfortunately, Coinbase drops planned lend program after the SEC warning. The SEC said it would sue Coinbase should the exchange launch lend. This is unfortunate. I thought Coinbase would start to fight this and the crypto community and crypto companies can come together, but clearly their legal team or whoever did the risk analysis there said, no, let's not do this. So unfortunately, it seems like they're backing out, which is not a good sign. I would hope that they would maybe not say, hey, we're going to drop this, but let's push the date out. Okay, we're still going to launch this, and we're going to talk to the SEC, and we're going to push the date out, right? So let me give you some details for those of you who don't know. In September, the exchange's CEO, Brian Armstrong, announced the US SEC had told Coinbase that it would sue the exchange, and if it launched the product dubbed Lend. Coinbase later quietly updated a June blog post to announce, "We are not launching the USDC APY program announced." And it says here, the lending product was supposed to power a crypto savings account that would earn customers a 4% annual percentage APY, a return that multiplies higher than most savings accounts at traditional banks. And that, my friend, that statement right there is what this is all about. It's not even so much, like I've said before, not Gary Gensler and the other regulators. It's the puppet masters, the banksters, who are the masters controlling the puppets of Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren and all these folks. It will let the crypto lending pays out higher yield and interest, and this will take money out of the bank's pockets. This is what's going on here, guys. I'm sure if the banks weren't part of this, Gensler and these companies and these other regulators would not be so adamant about fighting this and trying to stop it and so forth. But they know, the likes of JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, who pay them with campaign donations and all kinds of, buying payoffs and so forth, are the ones that are trying to block this. So this really sucks. And once again, I was hoping that Coinbase would fight this through. So Jason Yanowitz of Blockworks, he tweeted the following, which I agree with. He said, "This is infuriating. Banks yield a measly 0.07%. Inflation is at least 2 to 3%. The SEC is forcing wealth erosion on Americans." Yeah. And I think there was another tweet from here. Yes, Blockworks saying Coinbase's 4% APY offering would be 50x the national average of a traditional savings account. SEC is happy with the 0.08% APY banks offer. And once again, goes back to my premise, right? The banks are the puppet masters here controlling Gensler and these folks. This sucks. I'm hoping Congress steps in here. We'll see what happens. It is certainly a setback, and I wish Coinbase would have fought this through. But the good thing is, guys, Gensler is getting pressure from all sides: the media, crypto companies, crypto investors, whistleblowers. I'm going to share some news here. But Charles Gasparino keeps going on Fox, and he's talking about this. So one of the things he tweeted today, he said, "Breaking: people who know Gary Gensler say chances of him ceding power or cooperating to engage the crypto industry in a new regulatory regime are close to zero." So he's not going down without a fight. Like I said in yesterday's video, he will seek to leverage the SEC's power to this unless Congress or the courts step in. I've said it ad nauseum. Ripple needs to win this. And I don't care if you love or hate Ripple, if you can't stand XRP, we need Ripple to win this, guys. This is the crypto market versus the SEC, because he's not stopping. Clearly, he's not stopping at Ripple. He's going after exchanges, lending programs. We see Celsius now has a target on its back, right? Celsius Network with Alex Mashinsky. So this is not good. We got to come together and fight this nonsense from Gensler. But notice what they're saying here: unless Congress. I can only pray that Congress can get their act together to fix this. Pass the Token Taxonomy Act, pass the Securities Clarity Act. This is why we need to keep tweeting, sending emails, putting out content, whether it be written, video, audio, whatever it is. Keep at it, guys. It's not just me as a content creator. You have to do your part. Get on Twitter, create a Twitter account, go and tweet against her in the SEC. Obviously, don't use vulgar language. Be respectful to a certain degree, but keep pushing the accountability. Tag the senators, tag the people in Congress, right? What are you guys doing? Because this is getting out of hand. Now, Charles also went on, like I said, Fox Business, and he tweeted the following: "Tune into Fox Business now as I join Liz Klayman back on set for the first time in 18 months. We'll be discussing the implications the Ripple versus SEC enforcement case could have on the future of crypto regulation." See why we need Ripple to win, guys. And let me play a clip here. Shout out to Coining203 who tagged me in this. And I'll
as the currency that you can do that with. I mean, it's all pretty seamless, and it's advancing this technology known as the blockchain, which is, in my view, bigger than the notion of a cryptocurrency. That's just the sort of juice that flows through the blockchain. But back in the internet days, the SEC under Arthur Levitt back then, the Clinton administration, Congress, it was kind of, they let that internet thing, even though it was used for some nefarious reasons, as you know, the internet's used for nefarious reasons, it let it grow, prosper, become something that it is today.
I mean, XRP, though, specifically was the first to get targeted by the SEC.
Well, here's the problem, Liz. I'm just making the point is it's a contrast in what's going on now. The SEC is now literally enforcing and trust, in a sense, it looks like it's making stuff up as it goes along. Now, obviously, I would love to have Gary Gensler provide his side of the story, but look at it this way. Ethereum, the SEC is saying that XRP is a security, and they dinged Ripple, which created the XRP, because they say XRP is used as a way for Ripple to build out its technology platform, that cross-border transaction platform. Okay, Ethereum, which is the blockchain of the Ether, was able to build out the Ethereum blockchain with Ether back in the day.
Nobody said anything.
No one said anything.
It's fine.
Why are they saying it now? Well, now they're saying that Ether is okay. It's not an SEC mandated security or regulated security because Ethereum is no longer using Ether to build out its platform.
Now, there are some things that are incorrect in there. Like you said, Ether is no longer being used to build out the network. ETH 2.0, in the fact that it's still going through that upgrade, and ETH is being locked up to power the proof of stake platform that it has migrated to. So this is where the hypocrisy, and I'm not saying Charles is being hypocritical. I think everybody's in the mainstream media is still trying to grasp what's happening here and getting all the details. Obviously, it's very nuanced. There's a lot of details, right? And then he talked about, Ripple and XRP. I think they got it mixed up that XRP was created before Ripple, the company, was founded. So those are some small details that need to be corrected. But TLDR here is that mainstream coverage, more pressure, showing the hypocrisy. Why did Ethereum get a free pass, and why are they picking on Ripple and XRP, right? This is the dialogue we want more of the mainstream media to have, to call this out, because this is clearly blatant picking of winners and losers. And obviously we know why. Conflicts of interest with Jay Clayton and William Hinman, which Gensler is now trying to cover up, trying to save face, right? Because you may say, well, can he just do the right thing and fix this? He could, but what's going to happen, he's going to lose power, right? Remember, he was asking for more power. And there is a kind of a political battle or a competition between the CFTC, the SEC, and so forth for power. And it's weird that that's happening, but it's a reality of what's the situation, right? Because we saw Chris Giancarlo, Brian Quintenz call out Gensler when he tried to ask for more power, who are obviously previous CFTC officials. Now, there's also pressure coming from whistleblowers. So Empower Oversight, which you can see here from the Twitter profile, accountability and public integrity through the power of information. They tweeted the following: Empower Oversight files appeal to SEC fee waiver denial on FOIA related to potential conflicts of former SEC officials. I love it, love it, love it. If you believe in the Constitution, if you believe in justice and law and freedom and the free market, you support this. Because what do you got to hide, Gensler? What do you got to hide, SEC? You're funded by U.S. taxpayers. You're supposed to be accountable to us. You're supposed to represent us, but clearly they don't. Now, I exclude Hester Peirce, who I'm interviewing soon, from that. I don't want her to be included in that. It's Gensler and some of his other cronies. But this is, once again, great news. I said, they continue saying here, the SEC's attempt to impose fees would shut down transparency. What is the SEC hiding? So these bastards are trying to say, oh, no, you're not getting information. You got to pay some fees. Now, I think a lot of people share the sentiment that we will help crowdsource and pay for the respective fees. I would donate to that. So, and then they tweeted here, in case you missed it, Empower Oversight's original FOIA request for the former SEC officials' records of communications with ethics office and future employers. So they included that. So let's see what happens. But I love the pressure from all sides. This is what we need. And that's why I say you guys keep emailing, tweeting, whatever you need to do to get this going. Check this out, guys. VanEck to offer Tron, Solana, Polkadot ETNs in Germany. It just pisses me off. Not VanEck, but this should be happening in the United States. But because of Gensler and the SEC, it's not. Remember, the Bitcoin ETF and ETNs or ETPs, whatever you want to call them, it is sitting on Gary Gensler's desk. The SEC has to approve it. So not only is he filing these asinine lawsuits and blocking lending programs, they have not approved the Bitcoin ETF. Remember, it starts with a Bitcoin ETF, then they'll do a Ethereum ETF, eventually an XRP ETF, Polkadot ETF. But this is happening overseas. And this is truly aggravating and infuriating, because the rest of the world is moving ahead. This is nonsense, right? And remember, I just interviewed the director of digital strategy at VanEck, Gabor Gerbox. If you haven't seen that interview, I'll put a link in the description. He talks about why an ETF is important to be approved in the United States and what their strategy is globally as well. Now, NYDIG or NYDIG, as I always say, keep a close eye on that, on this name here, because they're a Wall Street giant doing some big things. They tweeted out the following: "We are excited to share Bitcoin Net Zero, a report co-authored by NYDIG's Ross Stevens and Castle Island VCs and Nick Carter. The report provides substantive insights on Bitcoin's carbon footprint and contextualizes Bitcoin's mining electricity consumption." So you may say, so what, Tony? Well, look who's putting this report out. This is not some crypto blog or some like YouTuber like myself, guys. I love when these big institutions are now changing the narrative and putting out information that is pro-crypto. That's the takeaway here and why I'm so bullish on this market, despite Gary Gensler and his shenanigans at the SEC. And, I think one thing I would, to leave it on a positive note here, is that, what I mentioned about here, unless Congress or the court step in. So I am hopeful that Congress steps in and like I've been saying, Ripple wins this lawsuit and it gives the rest of the crypto market ammo that if SEC and Gary Gensler try to come after them, oh, we know the game plan, fair notice, all of that stuff, right? So let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.